It's your boy Ngun in the house, back with another bang on video. Well, ladies and gentlemen, freaking news for you guys because it looks like Arteta's major plans of changing and actually making Arsenal a force again, a real Arsenal in terms of the word Arsenal. If he has to make, it looks like he's definitely targeting, and also he's making sure that certain Arsenal players are also helping him in recruiting the right amount of players that Arsenal can improve upon. Well, Santi Cazorla, a former Arsenal midfielder, has revealed that he still receives phone calls from his old side about potential transfers for them. Well, it's very funny because they want Santi Cazorla to help them get two of his current Villarreal teammates, Pau Torres and Samuel Chukwueze. Well, in the recent months, he has agreed to the fact that yes, Arsenal, he's getting calls from them. Well, he was actually asked about whether he feels calls about his highly rated teammates, and to which Santi said yes. Friends from Arsenal, especially, they asked me about them, about Samuel Chukwueze and Pau Torres, and think they can make the jump to the Premiership tomorrow. Well, that this is big news because Pau Torres is a very good talent, but I'm really excited about Samuel Chukwueze because when I saw him in the Europa League last season, oh my goodness, that guy is a sensation. He could just walk into that Liverpool team in place of Sadio Mane. He would because yeah, that guy is quick, lightning quick. But moving on, Inter Milan will target another Premier League star in Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang if they lose Lautaro Martinez this summer to Barcelona. Well, Lautaro Martinez is wanted by Barcelona in the summer, but they're just put off by the price, and it looks like Barcelona wants to replace Luis Suarez. And Lautaro Martinez, 22, has found the net 11 times this season as he forges a prolific partnership with Romelu Lukaku this season at Inter Milan. And Antonio Conte believes Arsenal contract the Aubameyang would be perfect to fill in his boots next season. Oh my God, we haven't even lined up a proper striker, but it looks like the rapid striker will have just a year left on his current deal at the end of this campaign. And Raul Sanllehi has made it clear that no one will be allowed to run down their deals. It looks to be seen whether Arsenal sell next summer is just a make or break for Arsenal, isn't it? But moving on, well, Premier League stars have hired private security while they were on holiday in Dubai because they were fearing that they will be targeted by thugs. But a host of big name players jetted over to the Middle East hotspot to kick back and relax during the first ever Premier League winter break. Paul Bill Pogba trained alone while his Manchester United stars worked together in Spain. Rashford was out with Ryan Sessegnon, and James Madison partied with Ben Chilwell. Well, a source says that the landscape has changed significantly in Dubai in recent years. It's not as peaceful as it was once. Players are sitting ducks, particularly the ones who aren't so low key. Having more security is probably a good idea. Well, Arsenal and Chelsea are both eyeing up a shock move for 63 million rated Isco Alarcon. Well, Francisco Alarcon, well, Los Blancos are eyeing up an audacious record-breaking move for Kylian Mbappe from Paris Saint-Germain. But first, they will need to find the cash to, make room for Kylian Mbappe, and that could happen when once Isco Alarcon, who is dang in demand, is ready to be sold. Well, no fewer than four clubs are chasing his signature, especially Manchester City, Arsenal, and Chelsea are really into the market. But PSG themselves are pursuing a deal for him, but let's see if things will turn out to be or not. But the biggest news that's actually hitting us is Manchester City have been banned. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Manchester City have received 2 year Champions League ban and a 30 million pound, I guess, 30 million fine for their financial fair play rules breach, and they will not be participating in the next and the after that season's Champions League at all. And that has opened the fifth spot to actually participate in the Champions League this season. Well, right now, if they were to do it, Sheffield United could walk into the Champions League, and you could see Basham, you could see Lundstrom, and these guys scoring in the Champions League. Wow, great dream for all the Sheffield United fans. But the season is long, the season is not over yet, and Arsenal, you cannot write Arsenal off until their own players can write us off. Well, moving on, Arsenal are reportedly battling the North London rivals Spurs for the signature of Norwich ace Ben Godfrey. Well, It looks like they both are keen for the centre back, who is valued at around £50 million. They claim that Borussia Dortmund and Olympic Lyon are also tracking the 22-year-old. Well, also Arsenal are likely to lose out on Dayot Upamecano because Barcelona and Bayern München are leading the race to sign the 21-year-old superstar. Bayern are very much interested but would love to sign him. Barcelona have been strongly linked with him as well. But let's see if things will turn out for Arsenal or not. Maurizio Sarri has admitted the fact that Aaron Ramsey has struggled since joining Juventus. He says he's growing both as a condition and a belief. It was not easy for him to adapt coming from the Premier League and from a bad injury. Well, unbelievable, isn't it? Well, these were the news of the day. I hope you enjoyed whatever came your way. All the views and news and everything about Arsenal comes on this platform every single day, twice. So make sure you subscribe and hit that bell icon, because when you do that, you get two videos about Arsenal every single day. Well, I will see you in my next video. Until then, cheers.